Hello, all you beautiful light workers out there. It's Shauna L. Francis. Today is September 28th, 2022. Thanks for joining me for the Ascension Daily Update. Today we have Kryon who came through again, and it's quite a lot that we'll go through today, and it's exciting. Tomorrow, letting you know I've got some more travel happening. My boyfriend and I are going down to California for 5 nights, 6 days. We're catching a beach concert with Stevie Nicks and Eddie Vedder and Jack White. Super 3D fun thing to do this weekend. So my schedule's going to be off. I'm going to try to make daily videos, but just a heads up, starting tomorrow, things might be a little bit off in terms of my schedule. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I haven't even started packing yet. I'm really totally not ready. So there you go. It'll all be fine. All right, Mr. Kryon. You know, again, these pleasantries that these guys do in the beginning, you know, words cannot express to you how much I love you and each and every person on this planet. We are here in solidarity, working for a common goal, acclimating together to these new frequencies, preparing for what is to come. Preparing for what is to come. They've been warning us, gearing us up, you know, getting us used to this idea. We've got more things coming, lots of things coming. And I will say just those few sentences, I went into some kind of a weird trance state with Kryon today. I was in and out of our channeling for about an hour and a half. I just would go so deep with his energy, and I wasn't even realizing what was happening. And at a certain point, I kind of like snapped out of it, and I looked down and 15 minutes had gone by where I hadn't said a word and my recorder is still going. And I'm like, oh, hello. I'm like, sorry, Kryon. I don't know where I just went, but, you know, I'm back now. Do you want to continue? So it happened 2 or 3 times during today's channeling. So the energies are just, they're intense when I'm working with these guys. So it took a little bit time to get through this here. And then he gets right into this. Shauna, as you step away from the mask that you have been wearing, the mask I've been wearing, you begin to see things differently without it. You put that mask aside and suddenly you can breathe easier, freer, see more clearly, and perceive things you haven't perceived before. The mask here that we wear, this is, I've seen this before. I've seen this metaphor used before with other channeling, maybe even with the Galactic Federation of Light back in the day. You know, again, if you're really understanding that this is an illusion and we've got our ego here and we are playing roles, we're like actors on a stage. So this is where Kryon went today, talking about the masks. And it's a little bit, you know, specific to maybe to me, but then he goes into detail about kind of more general for the collective. He says, this mask is coming off now. The person who is Shauna is changing in significant ways. The mask you wore in the illusion no longer fits you. So as you step out without this mask on, completely re-knowing yourself, there'll be a time of acclimation. So he's saying, my mask's coming off now. What does this mean? He says, you will feel off kilter, a little off balance during this acclimation. This will take about 3 months, he said, 3 months to the beginning of the new year. You will find your experience has changed radically in terms of who you believe yourself to be, how you relate to the world, how you relate to others, how you view this realm of existence. So much will change in the next 3 months. Well, I guess I'm not surprised. We'll get, you know, October, November, December. We're into 2023 after 3 months. I do feel this is coming. I am making space in my world to be more focused on this mission and to be reflective in meditation, doing the work, connecting to the grid, doing these videos, really, really being present for my mission. I really feel like it was such a big turning point to get into that Ark of the Covenant and really learn more about who and what I am. And I'm still just, I'm trying to process what that all means. So 3 months. He says, and it is perfect. You'll find that 2023 will move along at a very fast clip compared to your perception of time up to this moment. Well, I mean, I've already felt that time is speeding up so quickly. September flew by just in a blink of an eye. And, here like a year ago, the GFL was talking about the contraction and expansion of time. So sometimes it'll feel like time's really slow and dragging, and then sometimes it'll feel super compressed and quick. I think we're definitely into the quickening phase, and they talked about that yesterday. Things will lock into place more easily. The machine of which you are a part will be operating in a higher gear, and it will be humming along. Yeah, we're a spoke on a wheel. We are a cog in a machine. We are not the machine. We're not we're working as a team here. We've got this whole thing going on, all of us light workers, not just me, where we're working beyond the veils toward this common goal of bringing light to this planet and bringing light to our brothers and sisters, the rest of humanity here. So this is going to be kicking into higher gear in 2023 and be humming along. I mean, hang on, right? And the vibratory rate at that time will be able to perfectly counterbalance any lower vibrational forces at play. GFL has talked about this before. The lower the negative frequencies, the denser that becomes, as we go through this reckoning, the more intense the high vibrational frequencies are going to be. We're going to be matching these things. The intensity of the high vibration will be in direct proportion to the intensity of the low vibration, and this game will continue to play out on a worldwide scale. I really like this here. For every one person who chooses fear, who chooses to succumb to fear and all that it entails, there will be 3 people who will choose light, choose love, and choose to set aside fear and step into this love. So for every one person, I guess in the coming years, who is going to choose kind of the dark and fear and just be kind of submitting to that, you've got 3 folks who are going to say yes to the light. So those are incredible odds. So I had never heard that before, and that is super encouraging. And again, at that point, I kind of drifted off again. I just went off into this la-la land for several minutes. It's like his voice just kind of trailed off, and I just went into this other space, and I had to snap out of it. And I said, I'm so sorry, Kryon. I think I drifted off again. And he says, it's quite all right, dear one. All part of the acclimation we're talking about. And this could absolutely be impacting you as well. So I came back and I said, this mask that we're wearing, I said, can you talk a little bit more about this mask and how it might apply to the collective? And he went on for quite a while here. He's saying here, the mask you wear, what you might be considering the totality of who and what you are in this human experience. It's similar to what you would do as the lead actor in a play in costume. So being on a stage, being an actor, playing a role, this is a lot of what the human existence is like when you are not awake, when you're deeply, into the illusion here. He said here, you'll try on many masks throughout your lifetime, many identifications, many different belief systems. We could see this in our own lives, right? So much of it influenced by your previous choices, your ancestors' choices, the choices of those around you, those who raised you, those who broadcast to you through your devices. So much of it is influenced by all these things outside of us. Very little of what we do is consciously chosen. Consciously chosen. We kind of go through this life just doing what everybody else does, doing what's expected of us at whatever point we're at in our lives, whatever age we're at, whatever role we're playing. There's so much that has just been dictated by history, by routine, by habit, by programming. All those agreements to help set mutual expectations for who and what you should be at any given moment. And then he pivots here. As an awakened being, you are now able to permanently remove those masks and allow the truth of who and what you are to be evident. You don't have to participate at that level if you don't want to. I mean, I could certainly see reasons why the mask can be helpful. The roles you're playing can be helpful, especially if you're in a big, like a corporate type situation. It says here, the ego will always be at play, but it will not always be taking a front seat, nor it will always be at the control panel. And I think that's a lot of what this mask is that we wear. It's this ego of ours. Where you are going is more heart-led, heart-centric, a heart-centric view of the world and who you are. So the mask, shedding this mask, becoming who and what we are, being led by the heart. What a different world this would be if just 10% of us decided to do this. The seed of your soul broadcast out in all of its glory, and knowing that this is enough. No more playing of roles or pretending. Life becomes more fluid and organic as you tap into the natural flow of the energies. Imagine, if you will, singing in harmony with your environment, with those who surround you, all of physical manifestation, singing in harmony with all of existence here, singing in harmony. I just love that. At once being in this world, but not of it. Instead of being a main actor on the stage, you are a passive audience member in observance of the stage that's before you. So you're taking off the mask. You're going to take a seat in the audience where you could be a passive observer to what's going on around you. Holding of space. Remaining neutral, remaining compassionate, non-judgment. And all the acting happening on that stage, the scripts being followed, the improv. With this new vantage point in the audience, you are in choice. You are in choice. You know yourself as free, and you could adopt any role that you wish. This is of your making. I know for me personally, there's times where you feel like they're just not in choice. It is just, well, this is how it is. This is how I'm expected to be. If I fall outside of line of this, then something is wrong with me. This is just no longer serving us. This is not the truth. And everybody who is bravely stepping out and shaking up the status quo, even just within our own immediate experiences here with our family, our friends, or what have you, stepping into our sovereignty, knowing ourselves as love and light, choosing not to play the games, not to play the roles. And again, like I said, there may be reasons why those roles serve us. And there's reasons why you want to do that. But we get to be consciously aware of these things now. We're not sleepwalking through this play. We are now the creators of this play. We're taking charge here. You honor the effort that is being put forth and the hard lessons being learned by those who are still on the stage. You can participate in the great applause for a job well done, for the effort put forth, for the lessons that were learned and the karma that was balanced. So from the audience, for those who are on the stage, you can participate in the great applause for a job well done. No need to be the heckler and interrupt whatever is playing out for somebody else. Wow, do we just do this so much in this world? Being a heckler to somebody else's play, somebody else's acting, the roles that they're playing may not be aware of. You hold the space for these plays and the actors doing the best they can on that stage. You honor the effort that is being put forth and the hard lessons being learned. You honor some of the very personal choices being made by others while on that stage. And by observing in this way, you find that you yourself has also been changed by just being in the observant role of the others on the stage. You yourself are changed. And he says here, and this is how he concludes this, this is part of the interconnectedness of all things. Even the observer effect, you know, scientifically it's proven, just you as an observer to some other process influences that process. It can change the outcome of that process. These are things that we're just starting to really understand. How is that even possible? So, and I think I went back into La La Land for another 20, 30 minutes. So that's everything for today. I hope you're all doing amazing. Like I mentioned earlier, my schedule's going to be a little bit off for the next few days. Going to be rocking out here on the beach there, Dana Point area. I'm looking forward to it, guys. All right. I love each and every one of you. I honor you. I respect you. And I am so happy that you're joining me for these daily updates. Mwah. See you next time.